Hello and welcome back, Airden. What are you spamming Sweaty Snowman for? Just getting so nervous. Okay, and we're back. For those of you who are watching the VOD, you probably don't even notice that. You may not have noticed that I'm back. Actually, we were just doing some studying, off stream. Well, not off stream. We were doing some studying on a separate stream, and I wanted to restart the stream. And the last we left off, we were stuck on Nameless King, and kind of wanted to show something off. See, okay, I'm actually not going to use the Great Axe. Because the last thing I was using was the Ancient Dragon Halberd. Off stream, I accidentally killed the dude just outside the bonfire here who drops this Staff of Serpents. Upgraded that, and we're going to use that. But I went ahead off stream and I picked up the Great Axe and I upgraded it to full, or almost to max, because Noah was in chat and he was like, "Man, these guys take a lot of hits to kill, right?" Well, I kind of wanted to take an opportunity now to show you just how quickly you can kill things if you actually like min-max more. So check out how much damage we can do here with the Great Axe. Oh. One. 3. There. Dies in 3 hits in a riposte. So that's how much damage you can do if you know what you're doing and you know, put on the right gear, upgrade your weapons. Oh, we still have the rolling ring, that's right. Phase 2. Oh, let's time that. Anyway, I don't want to kill him like this though, because that would be breaking the rules. Breaking the rules, breaking the rules. So that's closer to the kind of damage you could do, just for context. But we're going back to this weapon, which is not fully upgraded and not. You can see there it's got lightning, a little bit of lightning damage on there, and Nameless King resists lightning, so this might not work out super well. But let's give it a shot, shall we? We're fresh, we're clean, we're good to go here. See how much damage we can do here. Won't be like the other one, but maybe King of the Storm will die. All right, that's not bad. Got a quicker attack speed than the Great Axe. Slightly better range, but not by too much. Ah. Go to the left, go to the right. Line up and slap it. Oh, nice. Alright, that's not bad. Whoop. And whoop. Slap. He gets off his bird horse. 232. How's that really roll? Good. Get those openings. Up. Up. Go around that. You get 2 hits there. I think phase 2 is actually easier than phase 1 because he has less attacks that can poke you. Uh-oh. Ah, I thought maybe I could get it, walk around that one. Need a safe spot to heal here. Phase 2 has a lot more attacks that are easier to punish. Okay, just keep walking to this side. I'm gonna slash down. Phase 2. Good. Like this attack right here is super punishable. The delay there, so you gotta make sure you roll that carefully. But his phase 2 isn't that different from phase 1. Just he has attacks that are more punishable. I think. Oh, really? I'll go for the heal there. Oh, not quite within reach. Whoop. Off with a bad roll. Rat. My rolling attack didn't come out. Right here, you get like 2 hits there, 3 hits. He just keeps doing that, like that's he's wide open there. Heal on there. I'm using the Ancient Dragon's Great Shields, which can help with some regen. Slam it! Oh, he got me. Wait, within range. Woo! That's close. Oh, good job, Nameless King. Thought I had him there. Dun, dun, dun. Alright, so this is not bad damage. Lower damage runs are generally pretty good for learning a boss. Had to you can hear the little footsteps. Had to really learn Demon Prince. When I had to use fire attacks only, so my true pyromancy run in Dark Souls 3 was so hard because there were a lot of items that I wanted to get from Demon Prince, but that's reason I turn over the wall here. Nice. Away and walk toward that. There he goes. Ember would help, probably. Good. It's the one attack that kept getting me the last time. So, As you can see here, even though, you know, this weapon's partially lightning, doesn't really matter too much. You know, he does resist lightning, but you can still get by. Now, the toughest thing about Nameless King is just you have to really watch his movements to make sure you know have the openings for him you need. Ooh. It's a little rare for him to do that. Phase 2. Oh, nice! Oh, it's so rare that to happen. That's amazing. I stunned him. Couldn't take too much advantage of that, unfortunately. That's an AoE centered on in front of him, so I was in the wrong spot to dodge that cleanly. You're posted, Nameless King. Whoop. Oh, yes. One more of those. Yes! Thank you! That's twice in a row, dude! You don't do that! You don't do that, dude! Twice in a row. I've never seen him do that. GG. The way enemies work in in these games is they have like a move pool, so they can depending on where your location, they can choose from a handful of moves, right? So I don't know why, but I think it's intentional that they made one of his moves be the one where he just stands there and does that for like a good 3 seconds or 4 seconds, right? Or he just stands there, even though you're up close, because you think he wouldn't do that if you're up close to him. That's kind of one of the spaces you have to do it. So, yay! That's that. Actually, I thought we'd be on that for a while, but for some reason we were just on the ball there. Oh, okay. So sorry about that. Let's see. Have we beaten all the bosses in the main game at this point? We have Hollows, and we beat Sages. Beat the Deacons of the Deep. We beat Lothric. Lothric was great. He killed himself with the confusion effect. I think, yeah. Yeah, we're good now. We just need. We're gonna save Soul of Cinder for last, I think. And we just need DLCs. Finish DLCs. And then after this run, I guess we'll move on to Dark Souls 2 and try to do a scavenger run in that game. I haven't played Dark Souls 2 in a while, even though it used to be my old favorite Souls game. Right. We're gonna put all the thingies down. Ew, gross. Whoop. Uh-oh. Appreciate you guys, you viewers out there. Even if you're just lurking, I appreciate it. I do that a lot too. I spend a good amount of time just lurking in other people's chats and stuff, not necessarily talking. If something happens, or I have a question or some comment to make, you know, I might talk in chat, but I won't always talk extended length of time. Just appreciate you guys coming by and viewing. Rumor of Demon Souls remade for PS5. Really? I've heard that rumor actually. I think I remember hearing some rumblings about it at least. I'm not sure what to think of it because Demon Souls is, I think, is one of the lesser, the lesser good Souls games. You guys don't attack, do you? Yeah, you don't. Passive. But I would definitely give it a playthrough. Because to me, this is obviously opinions, right? I think that the later Souls games are like much better, fleshed out and stuff. But yeah, I would definitely, like, I'm down for a Demon Souls remake. Oh! Good job, dude. You got me. Oh. We're good. I think that Demon Souls is a good, like, primer. It was a good primer for the series, but there's a lot better games that... The message is highlighted. You have so much power, Aridin. I'm trying to think of what I should do in reference to a highlighted message. I need to think of something special to do for highlighted messages. That's good thinking, Aridin. Oh, I see that item. Which I think might be the Crow Talons. Get him up there. What is it now? Ow. 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 Stop. Here? Just a gold coin. Can you? No. Ow. Go, go, go. So how do I get over there? There's that item there as well. Stop. I don't remember. I don't go this way very often. Way? Ah. There we go. It's definitely Crow Talons. Yep. Let's see. Good bleed on it. Raptor Flurry is also a good ability. Hey. Get Raptor Flurry. And then there was one more item. Here. Snap to that ladder. Pokemon is coming up. Did I get the... Yeah, I got the item. Wait a minute. Path is this way. Whoops. Oh, well, he fell into it. The item fell. It's probably just a item that you can... A consumable. Consumable. Damage on this. 116. What's the 116 and 64. Really bleed, so that'll help. The soul item. Anything over? Oh, oops! I fell. Well, it's fine. Anything over here this time? Oh, there is a dude. Oh no, that's just a normal dude. Nothing here. There's nothing in there in the vanilla, and there's still nothing here, even though the Cinders mod has gone through so many iterations. All right, Smoking Man's coming up. By Smoking Man, you'll know what I mean once he shows up.
I've seen your kind. Time and
time again.
Every fleeing man must be caught. Every secret must be learned. Such is the conceit of the self-proclaimed seeker of truth.
Oh, I poised through that. Nice.
For the agony that you'll bring upon yourself.
This spamming raptor flurry. He walks right into it too. Don't heal. Ah. Oh, I went for the backstab and I missed it. No. He's trying to drain me. Today was my brother's B-day, and they also did a ritual aside where they put used to sleep, got cake, and went to get food in the downtime before you started the dank salts run. Maybe used to sleep. I've never heard of that ritual. Get your monkeys out of my jimmies. No, stop. The wrong way. Well, it's a Catholic thing. Oh, okay. Interesting. I'm not familiar with it. Me being a Protestant, I only know what I know from what I see my family, some of my family do, because I'm Italian by what's the word? Don't kill me. Gonna go for the heal. I don't want you to heal. My family is Italian by descent. That's the word. Nationality. Oof. Oof. Almost got him. Oh no! Not linked to the Mafia. Actually, I found out this past November that I do have some Mafia in my family. Like my grandfather's my grandfather's brothers was in the Mafia. You want to know how his story ended? He got whacked. No joke. He actually got whacked by the Mafia because he got too powerful. He eventually, through his connections, he became. His name was Alfredo, and through his connections, he became the most powerful Mafia guy. In where my family's from originally, which was a place called Guardavale, and yeah, so they were like, so hey, let's meet together over in this location to talk about your future with the Mafia. And he goes over there, and he's just as he's getting off his bike, they drive by with like a Tommy gun, and they shoot him up. And it was apparently a closed casket funeral, for a good reason. So I didn't know about that, you know. So now people really make fun of me because I fit into the stereotype even more. I'm like the furthest thing from someone who belongs in the mafia, though. I'm way too, well, you think, please, don't earthquake me. A bike by with a Tommy gun. No, he was on the bike, and they drove by in a car. What's that, you mob? Oh yeah, don't cross me. I got some connections. Yeah, you go hide, Santa. You go tend to your brow there, snowman. You never know when the family will want some recompense for our services. You can't fool me, snowman. You think you're being a creative old sort, but it turns out you're just copying Homer Simpson. Oh. Oof. Can you not? I need to get in this cave because there's an item I want. They have a bad weapon I can't use. Give me this Earthseeker. Oh, earthquake! Oh, I dodged it. Can I use this? Yes, I can. Nice. Earthseeker's pretty rad, actually. It's heavy, though. Yeah, it's so light enough, though. Wait, TNL. Oh wait, keep running from the earthquake. 54K. 54K. I have a hard enough time with 4K. Where am I going? I don't go this way very often either. But anyway, yeah, it was weird. Like my dad was just talking about like the family. I was asking questions about like our ancestry and all this stuff, and he just like sort of what's the word? Nonchalantly. It's like, yeah, we had some mafia ties. Like we didn't, but there have been people in my family who were mafia. And part of the reason was because my great grandfather was he was the town's winemaker, and my great grandmother had she was a traveling merchant, so both of them had like connections to businesses and stuff like that. So the mafia wanted in, and so they were like, hey, you know, we'll give you guys lots of money and give you some property. You just come along with us. And so my please so my family, my great grandfather was like, no way, it's not happening, you're not gonna take my kids or whatever, right? But Alfredo was like, yeah, I'll do that. And then he got whacked. And then my grandfather was actually asked by the mafia at the time, you know, we need a new guy. You know, Alfredo unfortunately passed away. Oh, terrible. Maybe we could, you know, you could help us. My grandfather said, basically, forget you guys. You guys killed my brother. I'm going to Canada where it's starting a life for myself and for my family. So like, was like, wow, my grandfather basically like did the American dream type thing where he came to him and my grandmother and a couple of the kids they had at the time. They came to Canada with nothing but like a suitcase and stuff because they left everything in Italy. It was kind of amazing. Taking the cannoli dream. Yeah, you might say you know, the cannoli express. You know, to Pastaville. What am I saying? With the cannoli express to Pastaville. Pasta pizza. Good twinkling. I think the fake wall is over here. Oh, get off of me, you monkey. There's this fake wall now. There it is. Oh. Earthquake time. Get him. Ah, oh, it's too late. Also on some stairs, so it didn't work. You know, pasta pizza, like we used to do. I don't know why my Italian's always like New York or Jersey or Boston, whatever this is vaguely all of those things. You don't need to go down to this fake wall. I also don't need the souls because I just spent them. That's all the Italian I know, by the way. I know like a couple of words. I know like mangia, which is like eat, or I think something like kifa is like what's going on or what's up. You know, what have you been up to? As long as you aren't tied to the cast of the Jersey Shore. I'm not buff enough to be cast on a member of the Jersey Shore. I'm not like conceited enough. Like, although, well, I know some people who actually fit into the stereotype of like the Italian stereotype. So, like, I know some people who, Italian people who are like, there's a reason why stereotypes exist, right? Stereotypes exist because they are sometimes a reflection of reality, right? So like, for example, you know, you're like, oh, you're Italian, right? Pasta pizza. Well, no, for real, we eat a lot of pasta. It's like what we do. Like every meal is pasta pizza. So there's a shred of truth to some stereotypes. Not for everybody, but like I don't eat that much pasta anymore because I'm living on my own and stuff. But whenever the family's together, pasta pizza. Oh. I thought that it was a joke of saying pass the pizza. Oh, really? I don't think so. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Pretty sure it's pasta pizza. Rippin' pepperoni is another one. Right, we should be just fine for this fight. Let's see. Let's check out actually the upgrade path here. Earthen Wrath is a good skill. We just need to use it properly. Reinforce. There it is. Twinkling. We want to use the twinkling on Earthseeker. I mean, I do. They're saying run Mufasa. Run Mufasa. Run Mafiasa. Yeah, what the heck? I'll go use it on. I'm gonna call it as run move faster. Oh, move faster. Well, yeah, it's like you know, when you hear people say, for all intensive purposes. It's actually for all intents and purposes, not intensive purposes. Stuff like that, right? I upgrade this twice. I get 300, 330, no, 313. That's good. Move faster, Pokey. Xbit, have you played the Mega Man X Anniversary Collection, like 1 and 2? I did a playthrough on stream like 6 months ago, 8 months ago. Actually, closer to a year probably now. Yeesh. Oh, yeah. I forgot how much fun this ability is. Bonk. Wait, here it comes. Yeah. I started Mega Man with Mega Man X3 and the Super Nintendo. Oh, baby. You started on a good one. Mega Man X3 is one of my favorites. Great. And you can get two swings in on one stand-up bar. Never tried the original, but seeing streamers struggle with them. Oh goodness! Remember going to the library and printing out strats and guides. Oh dude, that was totally me as well. I would like have like a book full of like printed stuff for some of the games that I played, right? Not before the internets were a thing. Oh my goodness, the damage! Well then. I think the mod creator may have given some bosses a little bit too much HP. Let's see what we can do here. Give us another go maybe, and then go after... There you go. Yeah, I printed out like whole reams of paper of like RPGs that I was playing at the time and stuff. So much fun to do that. Oh. Why is that damage? It's like 2 Estus to heal that off. Like, this is the thing that I like about Dark Souls, that, like, a lot of modders will try to, like, change this, and I don't see why it's a good thing to change. Basically, a lot of modders will try to like just give enemies more damage and more HP, and it's like it's not really the point of the Souls games. Like, they're not supposed to be like these impossible feats. Like, despite the sort of persona, or like the brand that Souls games have, they're not actually that hard. Not if you know spacing and you know the abilities that monsters do and what bosses do and stuff. Like it's reasonably hard, yeah, but not like impossible or anything, right? I feel like a lot of mod creators will like make bosses just have more HP and more damage, and the fights in Souls games are supposed to happen very quickly. Like you die quickly, and the boss dies quickly, right? Now we're a little under leveled right now, so you know that's a problem. But I think that this guy has a little bit too much health, even for our unupgraded weapon. Actually, you know how I'm doing the expert? You were mentioning, you know, the guides and stuff. What I'm doing right now is actually what I used to do even as a kid. I used to play through a game and be like, can I do this, you know, can I beat this level without touching a coin, or, you know, in Mario? Or I'd be like, can I beat this level in Mega Man X? I used to play that game over and over and over and over and over again. But I would only play like the Maverick stages, and I would play that part over and over again, and I would be like, can I beat these stages using only this weapon? And even though it wasn't that difficult of a thing, something that I enjoyed doing. And so I think it kind of became a game in itself. For me. Where it was like, I find it fun to restrict myself. After I've explored the game and played the game a number of times to like explore the systems, there's a lot of fun things that you can uncover by messing with, by restricting yourself to certain spells or abilities or what have you. So I remember, like, I used to do a playthrough of like Mega Man X where I would play through. Game done, time to exploit. Yeah, to exploit and find little tricks to things, as well as using the tools the game gives you in interesting ways to solve problems. So yesterday I was talking with shoot, what's his name here? Sorry, Chethry yesterday. Was talking about, you know, why he likes Minecraft and stuff. It's like, well, you can play the game so many different ways, and, you know, there's multiplayer and stuff, right? And so I wasn't so much the multiplayer guy, but I was more like playing through the game again and again, but doing it differently this time than last time, and it changes the way the game's played. And a good RPGs will do that for you. Okay, so this guy is got a lot of HP and a lot of damage. Actually, if you look at vanilla Dark Souls, right? If you know what you're doing, you can min-max yourself pretty easily to kill enemies in like 2 hits. That's pretty good, but like that's like a really min-max build. I would say that the average like life expectancy of a boss in Dark Souls is like 10 hits. Probably no more than 10 hits. If you're like properly leveled and you have a good weapon and all that. So we'll see how this goes. Dash toward me or use a scythe to get close. Maybe two spins or the jump. Knock her down and see if we can do the Earthseeker as she gets up. To the right. Behind me. You can tell where she goes from based on her the snow cloud she leaves behind. So actually, you can really mistime that. You can walk away a little bit. This cloud like poofs in the middle. You can know she's behind you. Cloud goes to the right or left, you know that she dashed to that side, to the opposite side of the dust cloud. Intentional delay there. It's a cool animation. A little nimble, this weapon. But I've seen this weapon do really well against her. That's the one I was hoping for you to do. But couldn't quite get the backstab. Yeah, the swing. I can't take advantage of that. Stagger from the one hit. Like, she staggers, she dashes off. Generally, you can get multiple hits there. She's very susceptible to stagger, so even smaller weapons will stagger her. Oof. I want to trigger her to do that, because she's so vulnerable when she does it. It's really dangerous at first. But really, you're like, what do I do by this attack? And really, it's not that big of a deal. Gotta stay mobile in this fight. Gonna go for the heal in a second, I think. He's a lot more passive in this phase, which is good. You need that. Gives you a good amount of time to react to the heal. So what you want to do is you want to fight unlocked for sure, because you need to move the camera around to see where they both are. Yellow. Hey. See if I can remember how to do this. There we go. I got it. Ooh. She dashes to the right. Oh, that frostbite was really bad. I had very low stamina consumption or recovery there. Oh man, the backstabs are like so many whiffs. Okay, round, let's do this. Oh. There's a few openings you can do here. That one's really, you can get that one good. Oh my goodness. I can just get the hits in. Like, which we're going in the air. You can usually get roll around that. I've done that twice already. I noticed. Backing off because they healed this time. Burrow Invisible also can be good. You can get a free hit there. Weapon's so slow. She is very nimble. I think I might have to not go for the backstabs, just go for the normal hits. Good. Just jump in the air. Another whiff backstab. Make it? Yeah. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay. We're not frostbitten anymore, so... Oh, I think she almost got me there. Third round, she always... Yeah, Dalva spacing. He's just a whirling dervish, so you want to jump in only when you're free here. This boss is so cool though, like it's a very cool fight. The animations and just her attacks in general is super cool. This is definitely not a fight you can play aggressively in. I guess you could, but... Oh, I got her. Nice. Breaking your face. Easier than the Grave Tanner, just because her damage is not absurd. Okay, that's the final boss of this DLC. We want to try... Right on, thank you, Exhibit. Do we want to try... I mean, we have to beat him eventually, right? Grave Tender again. Yeah. Let's take a detour. Let's take a detour. Let's go back to Champion's Grave Tender. Once we've explored a little bit of the Ring City. Right. I see the item over there, so we're gonna have to get that, which means we're probably gonna have to beat the Judicator. That item over there as well. Good. I need more of those twinklings. Run right here. Use this for cover. There's some guy very close to me yet. Run over here. Get a hit in here. I summon the archers again, or no, Leto. Time. Oh gosh! Forgot how much he spun. It's gonna take a few rounds to do this. There he is. Oh hey, he attacked me. Usually he just summons nonstop. Hey, those archers will get you real good. Normally people just run past this dude, but we're not gonna do that because we have to deal with the items that are down there, which means we gotta get down there, but then if we do that, we'll get wobbled by the archers. Skeleton wants to party. Get Earth Seeks. That's nice. It's a fun ability. Rat. Hello. Oh yeah, nice damage. Uh-oh. Archer bros. Ugh. No. Lab. Alright, now we're clear to get these items. Budding Green Blossom. I haven't really used too many of that. I should do like an item-only run. Nothing too valuable in this area. As far as I can remember. Yeah, embers. Some soul items. 2 chunks is nice. Yeah. Two chunks are nice. Got our slab. Let's see.
Many of us are by the fire.
Shut it. Oh, what's this item? Nothing, I don't think too important yet. Purging stones. Ow. Right on. Right. Next, we've got to head over here and pick up this item, which I think is an ember. We don't actually need to do that, but figured why not. We have quite a lot. We have enough embers to probably last us the rest of the game. I mean, we almost definitely do. Unless something really bad happens. Oh gosh! No! Glade Master Hodier! Did not think Glade Master would be there. So this guy is a new NPC as of Cinder's 1.60. We'll see if he dies with any haste. Most of the new NPCs tend to have, like, until they're rebalanced, the first time they ever appear in the Cinder's mod, they usually have way too much HP. But maybe not. Maybe the mod creator finally got a good handle on that. He just appears around the corner, does he? Yeah, he's just right there. So he's got, oof. Do the spin. Jeez. Let's see. And this is why I usually just cheese these guys off of ledges. Because I find the way that the like NPC type enemies are made and the way that bosses and enemies are made made very differently. Bosses are a lot more fun to fight, I find. And the enemies too. Whereas these like NPC type enemies, these like player character type enemies are way more annoying. And they're harder to read. And attacks can come out a lot faster for them. So damage isn't gonna be very good here. After all, we are essentially the last area of the game. Post-game area of the game. What can we do with good old Hodier here? We get him to kind of lure him off the ledge back here. We can lure him up here. Out of the way. We can lure him all the way up here. Then lure him up here and then down here. Right. Somewhere along this ledge here, somewhere. Right here. Right, if we go like right here, if he began to attack this way, this way, he'll attack off the ledge down there, which will probably kill him. But it's a bit of a distance. I wonder if I can lure him. Let's see. Apparently we could go over here, but like this is not a really clean spot to make him knock off. Also, he charges forward a lot, so that might actually help us knock him off the ledge. Gotta clear the way here. Ow. Ow. Done pie. Let's see. Okay, only one stack of curses, but this is okay. All right, how? We cleared the way here. What can we do here? It looks like he might spam charge. It'll be great for us. Good. Keep staying close enough where he'll see us and charge us. Interesting. He appears stuck on the Oh! No, he's not now. Good. Okay, as far as the bonfire now. Ooh. Alright. Almost there. Oh. Get right up here. Lure him the ledge. And right here. Come on, don't reposition yourself like that. Yes! Beautiful. Okay, last thing we had here, Silver Serpent Ring. Elden Ring. The ring used by the esteemed Glaive Master Hodier. Huzzah! Yep. That's why I usually I usually go into the code of the game, and I usually, when I install the mod, I make some changes because just sort of to balance things out a little bit more, because it's a little more like, you know, like traditional Souls. And I usually lower some of the HP values on bosses and NPCs, some of the NPCs, because sometimes they have like absurd amount of health that like makes the fight last forever. Said that he once resided within Stonehaven Sanctuary, where he honed his mastery of the glaive. Boost physical attack. So it appears you have made a glaive mistake. I think it gives you like 10% more damage or something like that. Well, GG. Like, just for like comparison, in vanilla Dark Souls 3, 340. Yeah, sure. In Dark Souls 3, Nameless King has, I think, like 7 to 8,000 health, somewhere like that. And in Cinder's mod, that when it's unmodded, like when you just install the mod and it's good, I think this king has like 12,000, or sorry, 12,000. So it's like 50% more health, and it's like, I mean, okay, but it's fine, I guess. But it doesn't need to be. The fight doesn't need to be any longer than it already is. You know, so. Back off here. Oh, see an item there? What you want to do is you want to hit the initial downward thrust to get the first hit. You want to be right in someone's face for that. Oop. Usually they'll stagger them once, and then the quick will follow up and finish them off, usually. So, let's freeze. Oh, snap. When you guys showed up. This item here. What's Mossberg do again? I don't even remember. And if I don't remember, simply boost all resistances. Roll there. Gotten through the majority of Granny City now. There's like some optional paths we can take, but you don't need to go those ways. Need 4 twinkling for that. As well, level again, since we're very close. Always good to carry around in the fewest amount of souls possible. Let's see. Or vitality. Oh, I saw that weapon. I know it's a weapon. That's the Ring Knight, Ring Knight Straight-Sword. It's like we're replacing our Earthseeker here. I shall partake. There's three items here, 4 items I'm seeing. Let's see, how do I get up there again? Way. Green Knight straight sword. Okay, can I use this? I can, good. DDEE scaling, physical and fire. I think it's the basic straight sword moveset. Right, it's got the stance. You can do with the thing that the ring knights can do. And you can stop the combo anytime. You can like just do the one, I think, right? That's the one too. Can you do a follow-up out of the strong attack? No, you can't. Okay. So all that consumes FP. One of the nice things about Cinders is you recover FP over time. You just naturally regenerate it, which is a lot better than... Oh, well, I guess we're replacing that with a weapon that we can't use. You can always respec. But yeah, in vanilla, you don't actually regenerate health, or regenerate FP, or MP, whatever you want to call it. So that makes using abilities a lot harder and not as viable. So I actually like the change of just how you passive regeneration on your spells and your special abilities. Twinkling, well, it's too late for that now. Let's just take 20 intelligence. Run to the shortcut. Run to the shortcut. I think this is a weapon or catalyst mix, right? It's a, yeah, it's equipment load as well. Huh. I can't even do the special thing, can I? Oh, you can. You just keep doing that however long your stamina will last for it. You can like use it. You can cast spells with it as well. Hopefully we find something. Oh, see an item over there, which means we gotta go back around. Oh, Freya the Wretched. Dark Edge spam. Oh, and she's right by a cliff right here. I mean, can we do this? This is always a good idea. Try for this. Hey, did you get me? What are you doing? Well, that works as well. Did she fall? Did she fall? She disappeared. You might drop something I can use, but she looks more like a mage, so maybe not. No, she's still there. Alright, let's see. Oh, she's using the Amygdalin arm. I could be able to use that. Holy cow, what is that damage? Oh my goodness. Let's see this item here. Let's see if we can run to the next like safety point here. Oh boy. Let's see. Two hands, shield. Push with the shield. Oh shoot. Okay, we're good. Whew. Fire again. Coming back and forth to strafe this area. Spot here I can use. This is like an interesting outcropping. Maybe I can do something with this. I've established a number of locations for like the older NPCs that I already have established like spots where I can cheese them. Here it's like it's I don't know what I can do. Like where the spots are that you can trigger them off ledges and stuff. You like this? Okay, right here. 'Cause they make a beeline for you. That's usually what ends up happening, right? So. You try to attack you. Oof. Right here. No. Sometimes they also follow you off the ledges. Using the fire from the dragon might also work. I just need to lure her in enough. And I want to get rid of her because right now I don't have a weapon to fight her, but I think if I kill her, she'll drop a weapon that I can use. Maybe what we should do is run over and get that item on the building. Did you fall? Go. Clean. All right. Just even fighting right here. Would be good. As long as she doesn't heal, be able to, Oh, yeah! Oh, but she fell into a safe spot. You know, can we trick her, like, to be like, hey, look, I'm over here, better get me. is going on here? Oh, there it goes. Oh man, choosing NPCs off of ledges. So good. Cursed Ring of Vengeance. Imagine a flying creature thing to get you and drops to its death after missing its attack. It finally died, yes. Use weapon with curse. Slowly curses the wearer. And I had to replace the luck ring. And she got the locust arm, which is good. Yeah, there you go. Much better. That's a... Oh, we're heavy now. That's a possible solution to our woes there. Okay, come on. Hang on. I'm gonna run back to the bonfire. And die. Because I am very close to being below 70%, which means I think one level of vitality might be enough to make me not fat roll. Flying creature. I want to get my souls. Probably, yeah, there's probably one here. This ring slowly curses you, and curse gives you a DOT. Starts out very somewhat minor, and then every curse stack it goes up. And the effect lasts until you die. I think. So it's like inevitable that like death to you're gonna die. That enough? 70.4. We can get another level here probably. We like burn some of these. It's like 2K. Excuse me. I thought that was gonna be way more. There you go. Point 2 or 3. Twinkling again. Upgrade this. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Use with lightning enchanted. Blunt gives us 234 scaling. Oh man, it's already really bad. This is almost as bad as the what do you call it? The Symbol of Avarice. Ticking really fast now. Hold it. I think it might also lower your absorption or something. Now you think about some rings we can find that might be able to help us maybe get rid of this ring. I think this ring will probably get patched in the next update. It seems like this ring might be a little much for its effects. The idea is, like, you know, you slowly start to die, but the effect it has is really good. So that's like the trade-off, but no. If it's worth the effect. I guess it gives you add effect curse on all of your attacks, which could be good, but oh, still a slab. It seems like it's not super worth it so far. Or maybe like just lower the tick rate on the curse effect. Well, the item down there, I'm gonna have to go get that. Let's see. Item right there. Oh, perfect. Oh, wait, interesting. He invades you whether you are embered or not. Chest there. There was not. Oh, that's close. I think it's somewhere here. It was. Go ahead and oops. Trying to get to this bonfire and die here. It's like chunking down. Look at my HP. I'm just gonna go ahead and die here strategically. It'll reset the curse timer. Goku, who got a virus that not even the mighty Sensu beans could heal. you know your Goku lore, your Dragon Ball Z lore. Swoop. This is a safe spot. the history of Trunks. No, what? Bye. Trunks is my favorite character since he's the most serious. Oh. Yes. Vegeta's son. I mean, if he's Vegeta's son, he's gotta be pretty serious. Kakarot. Yes. Right. And we've now reached the part of the DLC where we just fight. We just do 3 bosses in a row, pretty much. Let's see. TNL is 6.3k. Let's see if we can get a level. Those. Pull up. Get another. What gives me curse resistance? Luck? Maybe some more luck might be nice. Stop this curse from happening. Goku dies in that timeline due to the virus, but in the regular timeline, Teen Trunks goes back in time to give medicine to help cure Goku. Right. Yeah, that's when he like goes back in time and like he fights Frieza, and it's like he just kills Frieza like that, like instantly. My favorite ending is the episode Free the Future, where Trunks goes back, overpowered, and avenges his friends and family. Let's go ahead and restart here. The next few fights might actually be pretty tough without, well, having this curse effect on. Well, let's try it. Whoop. Antiquated garb and wrappings. Higher magic defense. We can be a pirate. Oh boy. Already popped a number of times. That damage. I think this is impossible. Not with this effect on. Yo, what's up, Noah? Nothing much, just trying to finish the run here. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna be possible like this. I'm already like losing so much health. There's no way to really hasten this fight any further. Like, we need to let him do his thing. And then hit him in the head. How about you? Oh, good, good. We just spent a couple of hours tonight studying some theology, and then we wanted to stream. I wanted to stream and do some stuff. No, that's not gonna happen. Let's see. Where can we get some more rings? We gotta find at least 4 other rings to get rid of this effect. I know where one is. I didn't know you were going to stream tonight, or I would have been here. No worries. I did not plan on streaming. Like, I wasn't in the schedule or anything. It's just something I wanted to just do tonight because I want to see if I could start streaming on Saturdays and see how that works. Where am I? Where is? There it is. But good to see you, Noah. Hopefully your Saturday was right as rain. Okay, now we gotta find a bunch of rings to replace this very bad ring right now. Not gonna complain. Free pro Dark Souls content. Okay. Actually, I wasn't thinking that was gonna be there, but that's right. The Ring of Wisdom. Okay, and then there's another ring in here. This is the one I was thinking of. Storm Roller. Oh no, this ring's not here. Well, that's a lot less damage. Let's see, where else can we go? Appreciate the kind words, Noah. A lot of people who are better than me at this game, but I try. Okay, so we need 3 more rings to get rid of this awful effect. Where would they be? I need to think about the layout of the areas. Okay, there is one here somewhere that we didn't get, I think. I'm trying to remember how to get to that spot, though. You run around. Maybe it would have been faster to go elsewhere. Twinkling Titanite. Upgrade that. I should go to the foot of the high wall. It's late where I am. Past midnight. But assuming we don't have any problems, which, like, as long as we can just get to the bosses, like, I know how to beat most of those bosses pretty well. So, just like this ring is really causing problems. It's pretty much the counter to Midir, because like Midir takes time to beat. And how did everything go yesterday? Went really well. Beat Dragon Slayer, and I was just actually showing off. When I started the stream, I showed off just how much damage you can do if you're actually, you know, min-maxing and doing a build. Can't do it right now, but Yeah, I was crushing. Maybe I'll show it off on Madeir and show you how much damage I can do. Oh, battle axe, nice. I think the ring is over here. Yes. Okay, good. On the ladder. In a few cool moments where like the bones or the couple bosses were acted in a way I wasn't expecting, and they kind of like kill each other, which was really great. Okay. Nice shard. Ooh, ooh. That's not rough. Tough. I missed that. Sorry again. No problem. I'm just glad that I've got some viewers hanging out with. Even if you're just lurking, I appreciate you guys just hanging out. I wasn't home most of the day. To your earlier statement, my day was good. Me and Mom went over to Andrew and Rachel's for lunch. Oh, that's nice. Andrew and Rachel, yeah. I'm probably gonna see them tomorrow in church. So, let's see. Right, rings. So unfortunately, we have to remove. We're gonna have to clear out some good rings in order to get rid of the Cursed Ring of Vengeance. So we're gonna replace with the Bestial Band. And that's not the sound they make. Let's see. Here we can get a ring here. Goal! Got it. Alright, this is good. This is net good. Net good. We got sorcerer stuff. And here for this. Sage's ring. No, stop. Don't mind me. Okay. Unfortunately, we're gonna lose the Elden Ring, which I really was looking forward to using more. For in spellcasting time. Look, I try to. What is that? What is that emote? Animal 37 poggers. That's a good one. I like that one. We got battle axe, right? And then we got Sage's ring, which means we need one more ring to replace this awfulness. Which means here, where can we find one more ring? Right here. Now you should make a Poggers emote of your face. I will make a Poggers emote of my face. That's a good suggestion. Unfortunately, I can only really make one emote right now because of how many sub points I have. Basically, I'm not a partner with Twitch yet. I'm an affiliate, so I only have one emote slot, and it's being used up with a pending. It's pending still, but these are points to unlock that. Yeah, I'll probably make a Poggers one as well. And right now it's being used to make Sweaty Snowman, but with me as the person who's being like, Everything's fine. Poggers. I'm just gonna make a note about it. Poggers emote. That's the one. But come January 4th, I think that's gonna be gone. The Poggers emote, or the sweaty snowman. So I had someone make an emote of me doing the same thing or something similar. Alright. We're almost out of this tough spot that we're in. Luckily we saved a lot of these rings and stuff. So he doesn't drop the deep ring anymore, does he? You don't have to ask the shard. Ah, that's right. And only in vanilla does he drop the deep ring. Maybe up here? Oh, looking forward to it. I have all these Pokemon ones, for some reason. I think that's because I think it's just part of the global emotes. Yes. Oh, it's Curse Bite Ring too. How ironic. How ironic is that? Now I have extra resistance to Curse. What that's from. My favorite Pokemon is Twitch Cop. What? You guys are crazy. Okay. There you go. Get rid of that. Curse Bite. Plus 300. What? 250 resistance? Yeah, 250 resistance. Holy cow! All right. Now that's fixed. What else can we do here? Battle Axe. Titanite shards. We can get Titanite shards from Smoldering Lake. Specifically, maybe this bonfire? Fort Llama and number of oh, that's where that number one's from. I didn't recognize the font of that. No, that would be your favorite. You like video games that a lot of other people like. That's kind of, I don't know about that, you know. I think you guys dropped Titanite shards, don't you? Okay, just try luring it out here. Four attacks. You just put your shield down. There you go. Yeah, they do have Titanite shards. Nice. Rotten Grew Spear. That's fine, I guess, but it's not as good as the Battle Axe for how much strength we have. Wait, let's They're poisons. So I mean, there's that. Right? So it's that. It might be. The poison might make up for the problem here. The lower damage. Okay, nice shards. Ember. Okay, so we got two Titanite shards just right off the bat here. I'm presuming nothing else will probably drop from these dudes. Unless maybe it's the Rotten Grew Dagger. We probably shouldn't upgrade until we know this is what we're going with. How many more do we need? I think we need 12 total for the initial upgrades. Where is it? We have 3. We only need 12. What is that math? 9. I know how to math. Whoops. Series of unfortunate staggers there. The poison's not bad. It's doing, is that 30 HP a tick? I guess. Large Titanite shards as well. So these guys are a good source of farming for shards. I just wanted to aggro them initially. Around here. You need to find a good spot to farm them. Oh, cloud also is obscuring my vision. Oof, oof. Toxic and poison. I'm poisoned. Need to find a good spot to fight them like cleanly. You know how it is whenever you're in an RPG, you find a place to farm, like a good enemy to farm, but then you need to find a spot where they spawn regularly and they're alone, so you can fight them without any issue. We might want to transfer to the abandoned tomb bonfire and see what looks like there. This is an okay spot, but I think we can find a better farm spot. Wait, what? This is the wrong place. No. Is there not a bonfire there anymore? Oh, there isn't. That's right. So this is probably the best spot then. Yeah. Unless, wait, there's also some Grew in Fair and Keep. Is there a quick way to farm those guys? Let me check the areas here. Fair and Keep perimeter. This is down here. Fair and Keep perimeter, probably. You can run out the door before the Abyss Watchers. There's a bunch of those guys. And this is an earlier area, so guys should be a little easier as well. Nothing. Well, I think I'm gonna go for now. I'll lurk though for the viewer. Thank you, no, I appreciate it. I appreciate all the lurks, all the views, all the bits, all the. This is wonderful. It makes streaming worthwhile. And okay, curved sword. I think is also. Of course, talk to you later. Yeah, I mean, anytime. No poison. Back red eye orbs. Back red eye orb from him. found any Titanite shards yet. Come on, guys. I would prefer the spear than the curved sword. I think. Gonna. Usually the NPCs don't come in here. Now there's two guys up here. Nothing. What a pain. Maybe the drop is the drop rate lower here? I don't know. I mean, we've only done it once. But let me check to see if the curved sword is also Titanite shards. It probably is. Thing. Good. So either way, the curved sword or the spear will be good. All right. Here. Ugh, I have like no poise. Well, at least there's NPCs here who can fight for me. Can give me drops. Okay. Got Titanite shard. There you go. Sometimes it doesn't help to be fancy. You just attack. Down he goes. What is causing me to lose health? I'm draining health. Don't know what from. Some sort of debuff on me, looks like. Huh. That's not poison. Something that the... Huh, I actually don't know what's happening here. Something about... Maybe an added effect from the... What this guy's called? The, Dark Wraiths. I'm draining health like a madman right now. I'm gonna... die and see if it makes a difference. I think, because it's really hindering me. We... Oh, we're not gonna make it. Can we kill something before we die? Oh... That Gru is like, I did it. I did it. I might be psychic. I might be the best Gru who's ever grew to Gru. Okay, I look like I'm better now. Some kind of debuff that was on me. Huh. Mysterious. Got, what, 4 shards here? Five, good. Drop rate's pretty good on shards and stuff, so that's a help. Oh, drop something. Wait, there's that debuff again. Is it some effect on the sword? Okay, time to do some science. And balm. Hang on a second. Let's just rest of the bonfire, or like get by the bonfire and then die there. Maybe it's a result of some effect that is on this weapon that I'm not aware of. Kind of debuff on that. Like, the more you use the ability, the more you. Is it draining any faster now? No. This is weird. I don't know what's going on. Maybe something that they inflict on me, like the maybe just be a bug. In cinders. Okay, as long as we stay, I think, in this quadrant, we can beat up these two guys. And we'll get some stuff from them, and then have the Dark Wraiths kill these guys for me. You can hang back, have them have their turf war, and then, you know, pick up the remains. If there are any. If there's anything to loot. Oh, it's gonna be a close one. Ooh. And we go. Back red eye orb. Dark gauntlets. HP from fallen foes. Heavier armor, less magic defense. And we're sitting at what, 5, 6 Titanite shards? Die right here. I don't know what's causing this effect, but
We managed to clear out that area. I think this might be the best place to do it, even though it's a little
slower in some respects. It feels a lot safer with some of the turf war stuff going on. Let me just check to see. No, that wasn't it. That wasn't what caused it. Using that special was not the cause of it. I'm trying to make note of. So killing that guy gave me the effect. But it's not that bad right now. Oh, I know what's Oh, it's not a glitch at all. I forgot. It's the effect of the bestial band. When you kill an enemy, it increases the damage you do, but it also hurts you. The more things you kill, the more damage you take. Right. You also deal more damage. That's right. Okay, now I see. Now that's not a glitch at all. Oh, you're both still alive, eh? Pretty healthy too. Right. Well, in that case, I think the effect is a little bit intense. I think again, that needs to be patched maybe to heal, drain for less damage, like less health damage, because that's pretty high. That's a pretty high damage. It needs to be like half damage or half like duration, or like tick duration. Like can't be that frequent. Ticks can't be that frequent. Brew dagger. Where are those dudes? There they are. Tuck in then. Yeah, so it just gets worse and worse as you go. How much damage is the increase? It's not like, yeah, you get more damage, but like it's not anything like mind blowing. Like it's only like 50 more damage so far, and look how fast my HP is draining. So I think it needs to be lessened, the HP drain effects. Wow, nice. Go, dark leggings. A whole dark set at this point, at this rate. And high curse resistance again. Much better defenses. Heavier, but that's not a problem. Well, at least we're near the end of the game, right? So at least we'll be fighting too many enemies. Well, what we're doing now is we just need 6 titanite still. What we need is we just need shards. If we can just do this, we can get a weapon to +10, +15. We can beat a bunch of bosses all in a row. Be at least 3 bosses here.
Look at my HP here.
I have a shield that giving me regen, so it's actually evening out. Once one other character dies, we'll see. Now we're starting to lose it, and also counts if other enemies kill enemies. Ah, man. Can he handle 2 of these dudes? I don't think so. He's definitely dying there. Cracked right orb again. There's the spear. So many of these spears and these daggers by the end. Or curved sword. No drop. We can make 2 rounds. Two rounds before I die. Here. Okay. Good. 7. What are you doing over here? Oh. The showdown over here. Two on one though. Oh, big hit. Look at that. Nothing? Come on, you guys. It's so stingy. Okay. And head back to. Well, I don't know. I think this is the best option. We could, we could like farm for like drop rate gear. Then like you'd have to farm for that as well. So, because I know there's enemies that we can farm for their armor that gives us improved drop rate. Oh wait, we're gonna die. Dong. Oh, around this tree. Oh wait, no, the other tree. going, guys. We're being so stingy. You guys aren't dropping anything. Fine resin. We can like poison next few bosses. That would be good. So. Luckily, we are low on shards and not on chunks or something. That's harder to farm. Okay, off to bed. Gotta work tomorrow. See you tomorrow night. Yes, see you tomorrow. Take care, Aiden. Thanks for stopping by. Always appreciated. Fade into the shadows. And bomb. That really increases intelligence, right? Dexterity. Plus 10, isn't it? 30 dexterity. Ding. Yep, plus 10. That's really good. Okay. Spear. Oh, die here actually. Because it's gonna grab me. I'm gonna be on the ground and I'm prone and I can't get up. Yeah. I thought the DOT would get me. What do we think, guys? Do we think it's worth continuing to farm? Because I can just buy the... I don't... Technically can buy the shards, right? We can keep doing this until we have 12. This is, you know, it wouldn't be hard. It would just take longer. Because I could just buy these shards pretty easily. Like, go into forge item. You can just buy these for like 800 each. But you know, that's buying items, and the whole run is, it's a no item buying run. So I figured, kind of breaking the rules to do that. It's all about on-site procurement and just using what you can find, right? But this is taking a little too long because we've been at it for a good little while now. I usually like fast tracking farming in these games. Like whenever I do a run in something like Bloodstained, like, for example, right? I do a run in Bloodstained, and when I have to farm or something, I just open Cheat Engine up and I just crank the luck stat to max. So that way you can just farm, but it just takes less time, you know? And maybe we want to do that. Because all this is just taking less time to do this. Just saving time. So I think what we're gonna do is do that. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm actually gonna pull out cheat engine here. Pull out the my Dark Souls 3 cheat engine table. And there's a nice little thing you can do here where you can replicate items. So let me just open that up. Keep the current address. We can go over here and you can take a look at what I'm doing. So last highlighted scripts, and I have a cheat engine table here for last picked up item. So we go back into the game here. Hang on. Back into the game. And we drop this Titanite shard. It'll register as having done so. It's right there. Quantity 1, and you just like adjust, you just change how the quantity of whatever that is there. In this case, we want 5. All right, let's make it 6. So drag that over. Like that, and like this. Oh, the thing got me. Dang it. Alright, so let's do that again. And I'll make it 7. Now there's 7. There you go. And so this is how you just save time. We can keep doing this, but easier and faster just to do it this way. And nothing has been lost. So we got the spear. And we can reinforce it. I thought I was on the wrong menu. I don't know why I thought I was on that menu. Curious question. Let's say you work for someone. Wait, with someone or for someone? Pretty cool and hardworking. You don't think much other than a great coworker. Yeah, with them. Later you hear he's a Stan the Man worshiper. How would you take it? I would warn him about attributing to Satan what should be attributed to God, like worship, and that there's your soul is in danger. I would not think that it's a good thing for them, and I would like to hear. I would like to hear more about their position. First of all, that's the first thing I would do, so I can understand like what do you mean by Satan worship, and then we can get into like, but nothing about his work skills or anything, right? Yeah, no. Some people, can be wrong about many things, but still be good workers and have working skills and all that, right? Like it's common grace. Nothing about avoiding him like cancer, right? Well, if you had to avoid everybody who was in the wrong about things, then you couldn't really live in the world, like, so you have, you certainly associate with people because you love them, as you are supposed to care about their well-being, right? And this is why you would tell them, well, living a life worshiping Satan is not a good life to live. But no, I definitely would not avoid them. I would just want to warn them about the dangers of it, and hopefully they would hear me out. Now we have this weapon. Can we try to? All right, sounds good enough. Good. Where was I? Depths. There it is. Yeah, yeah. Because it's definitely a negative thing to be doing that. It's a sin to do that. And it won't result in anything good. Satan doesn't really want anything but the destruction of people, of human beings that are made in God's image. And it's important, and people are made in God's image, and so that's actually part of what gives them value. Wish I would bring it up, but outside of the workplace. Sure, yeah. You know, you're there to assist your employer and stuff, so you know, maybe bringing it up at work might cause a problem, but certainly bringing it up just in conversation and stuff is fine, right? Okay, that's good. Good damage. The way I see it, you know, if you care about someone, you're gonna bring up stuff like that. That might be a little harder to hear, you know, a little more controversial, but I mean, if you really do believe that you know, if you love a person and you care about them, then you're gonna say things to them that they might not want to hear, but is good for them to hear. You know, it's like truth and love they go together. You know, you can't be loving without telling the truth to somebody. Poisoned yet? Did you get poisoned? There he goes. Now he's poisoned. That was not bad. Oh, that was neat. Like the echo of the wolf. Like as I was dying. Alright, this is very much doable with this plus 15 spear. Even probably infuse it with something to give it a little more damage. Yeah, you can speak the truth, either in hatred or in love, but you cannot speak. You know, you cannot be loving without speaking truth. You know, it's like that's part of how they're different concepts. Okay. Up. So that's two-hand because we're not using the shield anyway. It's not a great shield to use for defense anyway. Oof. Let's see. Let's just see what we can do. I mean, I think the damage is fine at this point, but let's see here. At 380. Drops the physical damage though. Our poison gem. We can do 81. Which drops it not too much. Might be worth it, maybe. We'll just stick with what we have. That is a ton of damage. Go. Okay. I do remember a dude, I forgot how he started talking about it, trying to ask me to become Muslim. Kept asking, no, I'm good type responses. But he hits you in the gut with, do you want to go to the void? You know what I mean? Yeah. You want to go to hell? Yeah. The hell void, as somebody call it. But, yeah. Well, again, you know, that is a very, you know, real concern for people. I think it's loving for people to tell you that if that's what they believe, right? It is the reality. So, you know, I believe that to be the case. That it's true that hell is a real place. Jesus warns about hell. He just talked more about hell than heaven, in fact. So I think it makes sense that you'd warn people about a place that you don't want them to go. But ultimately, it's up to you, the decision you make, you know? And, well, really, it's, you know, God is sovereign in all things, and so, you know, it's something that God has to you know, take out, as the Bible says, taking out the heart of stone, put it in the heart of flesh. And so there is a move of God that happens in a person's life that where they can see clearly the meaning of the Bible and the importance of God and all that. Because the Bible says that the ways of God are spiritually discerned. That is, there are, you know, you can't understand. It's foolishness to those who are perishing. So, like, when the early Christians spoke about God to the Greeks at the time, so like people like Paul and Peter, when they preached, they were made fun of because it was foolishness to the Greeks for a few reasons. But the only argument I have is that they would have something in the scriptures why their religion is correct and others are incorrect. So it leaves me wondering. Bible has its version of Christianity is correct and others are false. Don't fall for them. Well, I mean, the nature of truth is that truth is exclusive. So if you make a claim to truth, other views are by definition false, right? And again, going back to the arithmetic thing that we talked about during the study stream, if you say 2 + 2 = 4, that's a fact, that's true, right? And you can say, well, I don't believe that, or I don't want to believe that, but it doesn't change what reality is. Or gravity. Remember the gravity example? Like it is what it is. And so if you make a truth claim, you have to exclude every other claim that contradicts that claim. Oh. Just the nature of what truth is, It's good to get some distance from here. Luckily he has no poise, so that helps. Okay. That spin attack. Okay. Now, luckily, he's not too quick of a guy. Nope. Yeah, he's just gonna slow walk toward me, I guess, and he's gonna run as well. Oof, that was bad. That was a bad. We get phase. We're in phase 2. Ooh. Time to do that. Just keeping a wide berth of grave tender here. Yeah, there's a difference in denominational style. You know, there's actually every worldview has an effect on politics, right? Because politics in effect is a system of belief that tells you, well, saying, well, you know, this is how a state or a government should be run, right? And again, we're looking at shoulds, right? So. So we have open a violent study on my own. Right. Well, there is something to be said for, you know, we were reading about the Puritans earlier today, and we were talking about how, you know, it's important to look back on history so you know about what, you know, discoveries or what talks have been had about, issues of any issues really, philosophy and there you go, philosophy, theology, science, all those things, right? And you can look back on people who have, you know, you're standing on the shoulders of giants, right? Like people who have studied these things and learned things. So definitely, I'd say that. It's fine to study on your own, but it's good to like refer to people who've also studied it and like try to learn more about it from their perspective as well. I'm sure some denominations took a translation meaning incorrectly and got into perdition. Well, I think that the Christian message is that, you know, you can being saved is not necessarily getting all your theology perfect, but it is about the core of it is repenting of your sins to God, and putting your trust and your faith in Jesus Christ for salvation. And from that core, you can, you know, pick up a few of the sort of non-negotiables of the Christian faith, but there's a lot of difference in denominations that we would not call people heretics. So, for example, I think that since the example you gave there's nothing in Scripture that I can find about women wearing certain like pants or other kinds of clothing. The restriction, I mean, there is something about wearing clothes that's appropriate for your gender, but that is culturally defined. Like, that's not something that there's like a legalistic approach you can take to every little thing. But when it comes to stuff like that, there's some leeway depending on your culture. The cult that are in the end of days and either suicide or any versus income. Yes, that was Heaven's Gate, I believe it was called. Well, there are a number of cults that took the Bible and used it for their own nefarious purposes. One thing, though, that helps separate cults from religion is the usage of... Yeah, Heaven's Gate is just one of many. Yeah. One thing that separates the Christian religion and the Bible says to cults is like many cults. There's sort of like a figurehead that can't be questioned, and disobeying them means disobeying God, kind of thing. And it's not really necessarily this. Oops, misread that. What's in view in the Bible. Though there is something to be said for like authorities. Yeah, it's sort of like a pope-like figure. They have the mouthpiece of God and they speak for God. Of course, if you're a Protestant, you're not keen on popes and stuff. Oh, there's one I haven't seen in a while. Attack. The Protestant Reformation came about because of the corruption of the Catholic Church. Martin Luther, 1517, was like, hey, I'm doing a lot of things here that I'm not finding in the Bible. That's where kind of the idea of sola scriptura came from. Well, again, it came from the Bible, but it was sort of popularized by Martin Luther and John Calvin and a handful of them. Protestants got it right, questioning Catholics. Martin Luther's like, yeah, exactly. Although Martin Luther, he was human like the rest of us, and he lived in a context all of his own. So, the Martin Luther of 1517 was a different person than 1525 Martin Luther, because he had some wrong theology, right? But that's something that we have to remember, is that just because you have wrong theology about some things doesn't mean that you're going to perdition and all this. Christianity came after Martin Luther or before? Before. Christianity was around. It's been around since the turn of since AD, AD 30, and Martin Luther came about in AD 1517. So this was many years. After thousands of years, right? But the Catholic Church had a certain view of God that was not from Scripture. Oh, he grabbed me. Good job, dude. It sort of like was a Christianity that was like informed by superstition and by a lot of sort of works they thought would make give you to heaven and all this kind of stuff. That was a very different system belief than the original Christian beliefs. Catholicism is glide path to perdition? I as a Protestant would say yes, because there's a lot of beliefs in the Catholic like doctrine that I would say are very dangerous, unbiblical. However, I know that there are some Catholics who, you know, they're Christians, like they're more Protestant in their thinking, and despite the Catholic Church, right, teaching them what they're teaching. Sometimes people aren't aware of what their church teaches, and so there can be some leeway there. Oh, you're in the wrong spot. Oh, if we could poison kill him, that'd be funny. There he goes. So long, DeBowser. Corruption in the church. In the church. What's this do? Ah, nice. HP. It's corruption in the higher ranks, just like regular politics, but they would have good people, like in a good cop in Gotham City. Yeah, exactly. Some people are, like, they call themselves Catholics, but they don't know everything that, like, Catholicism teaches. And so, like, in spite of the Catholic Church, they're Christians, but not because of the Catholic Church, right? Like, if you're taught, like, for example, that, Mary is a co-redemptrix with Jesus, that's like a totally unbiblical thing. That there isn't really any scripture that I can think of that would. I'm sure Catholics would have their arguments about, like, well, no, it says right here that you don't worship Mary, but you pray to Mary. But as a Protestant, I don't see where that would be. But some Catholics I've spoken to don't even know that that's what you're supposed to know and believe in the Catholic Church. And so, like you said, like a good cop in Gotham, it's there can be corruption, but there can be Christians. They can be Christians in spite of that. The main thing is you have to believe in Jesus for your salvation, to repent of your sins, put your trust in Jesus. That's what I always summarize the gospel like that. The gospel is simply repenting. I say simply, but it can be more complicated to actually work it out. But simply put, it's repenting of your sins, which means turning away from the things that you think are good and saying, well, no, what God says is good. That's what is actually good. And so I relinquish my my beliefs about what I think are good in spite of, and replace that with what God says is good. That's repenting. And then putting your trust in Jesus means that you believe that Jesus paid it all to him I owe, you know? By name alone, how do modern day Protestants differ from Christians? It's fairly synonymous, I would say. Different denominations have slightly different things. So, for example, myself, I'm more a Reformed Baptist type person, and a lot of brilliant people that I study and have learned a lot from are Presbyterian, and the difference between the two of them is not very much. Difference on baptism, for example, they differ on that, but it's not something that is. You're not going to get thrown out of the kingdom for having a difference of opinion about baptism, as it's something that, since the beginning of the early church, it was something that the Christians were figuring out. But I would say that they're fairly synonymous. The Reformation was a return to Christian principles, that was the idea. baptism necessary, or was it before Jesus? No, no. Jesus told his disciples that you need to be baptized, but not for salvation. It's something that you should do, but not something that is a requirement for salvation. So, for example, the thief on the cross, he was not baptized, but Jesus said to him, you know, today you'll be with me in paradise. So there's the idea there is, it's something that you should do. And I think there's a interesting thing to make note of here on this topic, is that there's sort of this thought that, like, oh well, it's not necessary, then we don't need to worry about it, right? And it's like, well, it's not really. If you have that view of things, it's a very strange view to have, because you know you want to obey all that Jesus said to do, right? Because he's your Lord, he's your God. And even though it's not necessary for salvation, you still should desire to do it, just on that basis alone. I think people kind of have like a fire safety, like fire insurance kind of view of God, where it's like, what's the bare minimum I can get by with, and still just live my own life however I want. And it's like, well, if you're truly like saved and repentant, you're gonna want to do what God tells you to do. And it's not burdensome. Jesus said that my cross is easy, and my burden is easy, and my load is light. So the idea, what he was trying to say was like, unlike all these other religious systems and these very pious people who are trying to tell you that, well, to get to heaven you have to do this and this and this and this and this and this. I am trying to tell you that, you know, you can get to heaven by serving me, by repenting and putting trust in me for salvation, and that's all that's required. Like, ultimately, that's all that's required. But a truly repentant person is going to want to do more than that. So that includes something like baptism. Spear working out pretty good. Oh, you're poisoned. Let the poison finish him off. I separated from religion because it was never enough. I wanted to just breathe. Right. That's man-made religion. Man-made religion is the process of, you know, you're never good enough, and you need to do more for God. You need to do more good works. You need to give more to the poor, and you need to do all these things to be right with God. That's not the Christian message. The Christian message is you can never do enough good works, because the standard that God has for his people is perfection, which you can never attain. Not only, oh, hello. Avoid him. You can never attain that perfection, because it's not only like don't do anything wrong. It's like, it's also never have done anything wrong ever in your past, and in a more even foundational level, it's actually, you're born into sin. Like, you know the story of Adam and Eve, right? Well, we are, the way the Protestants would believe is that we're born into sin. We have original sin. So when we're born like almost like, it's almost, think of it like a spiritual genetic defect. You know, Adam sinned in the garden, and he's the father of every human being, and we inherited his fallenness, his sinfulness, his tendency to want to do evil things, and so it's in our very natures to unavoidably to have no hope apart from someone, you know, God stepping into the world, having mercy on us. And salvation is not about works; it's about the grace of God given to us. It's really it's an amazing thing if you really think about what God did for us. But I totally get that sentiment, X-Bit, wanting to breathe, feeling suffocated and burdened by religion. Because that was the Jesus himself talked about that there were religious people in Jesus' day, and they were burdening people with rules and regulations that weren't in Scripture, and he called them out. You may have heard of them. They're called the Pharisees and the Sadducees. They would tell people to do things that weren't in the Bible, but they were religious. They felt themselves very religious. For example, Jesus was talking about, he was giving a parable to his disciples, and he was saying, whoops. And he was saying, there were two men. One person went before the altar before God and was like, "Oh, I thank you, God, that I'm not like that heathen over there, because I give my tithe and I do what what you tell me to do, and I think I'm very, very nice about my piety." And and then there was another man who was next to him, and who didn't even have the heart to look up to heaven and pray. He was something like that. He was, on his knees and pounding his chest, saying, "Have mercy on me, God, a sinner." And Jesus said to his disciples, Who do you think went home justified that day? And the answer was the second man, the man who felt his need for a savior, for God to help him, not the guy who thought he had it all together. Because I sure don't. No Christian has it all together and all figured out. What are you doing over there? Gotta get a sneaky poke in there. Okay, now we should be pretty much good to go. Phase 3 has started, so we can reliably do some damage here. Keep backing up, wait for the front flip. Getting 2 pokes. Dodge away. Keep backing up. If you want to safely defeat Gale, that's what you do in Phase 3. He's very scary, but he's not too bad. This is a really awesome fight, so I'm a big fan of it. It's really fun. teleport in. Get too far away. Space in those attacks. That's the way. But you know, if you're curious about learning more Xbit about what I believe, I post stuff and like retweet stuff on my Twitter pretty regularly. My Twitter is usually used for studying, spend time studying. I follow a lot of people who are very learned in theological and philosophical matters. So this is, you know, I learned a lot from them. That's what I'm talking about now. So if you want to, you can go down to my my panels on my channel, and you can just go to my Twitter, and you can take a look at some people I follow, some of the things that I post, and there's a lot to learn out there. Did you drop something? Mash the button. Any of this new? Blood. Oh. Did this drop? I don't think that dropped. Oh right, I forgot to put on the sorcerer stuff. Whoops. Mistake. Oh, but then I replaced them with the leggings and stuff. There you go. Yeah, check out my Twitter if you want to learn more about like philosophy or theology. That's kind of like what I like to talk about and study when whenever I have time to. And use this blunt gem, make it S tier. I just wasn't feeling well with my friend telling me about Christianity, trying to encourage me after church and daily. He's doing a lot of things that felt weren't holy. If he's going to if he's going to be okay just by repenting, what's stopping me from joining him on it? I wasn't nothing to do with that. Right, that's an important point. So that's part of the fire insurance I was talking about earlier, where it's like people have this idea where it's like, well, if I just say I'm sorry, then good to go. And it's like, well, you can put it that way, but it seems very crass, for like flippant to put it that way. Because a truly repentant person isn't going to continually do behavior. There's a reason why in the book of James, which is a book, a part in the Bible, a book in the Bible, because the Bible is comprised of 66 books. So one of the books, the book of James, talks at length about this topic, and a few other things. And he says basically, faith without works is dead. So it's not that you are saved by works, but it's that if you have a true saving faith, you're going to naturally produce works. You know, if you are a new tree, that tree is going to produce fruit. Oh, there it goes. We can't do bad things, and we can't feel good that we aren't doing bad things. Okay. Well, so it isn't. So it's sort of like the good things that we do should be the results of a changed life, right? Of a repentance, not of having to do it to appease the gods, as the Greeks believed. Because Christianity was birthed in a sort of Greek context, and so there were a lot of people in the early church who were a little confused by that. This is why the book of James was written in that time period. I'm just taking these hits right here. Don't even mind. Whoop. Compared to, by the way, this is the final boss. I've been talking about other stuff, and I haven't really been like commentating about what we're doing. We're actually at the final boss now. So, okay. They compare to manner only. Oh, I'm dead. I'm not dead. The comparative manner only came in when I saw that what I am dealing with. Normally, that's just me naturally. Good guy overall, yeah. Well, that's the thing. Is we always think of ourselves as being good people, right? We're basically good people, right? But that standard of perfection is what's important to remember. That's the standard that God has for us, for His creation. So we're not meeting that standard. We need help to do that. Whoops. Three left. Plunge. I'm gonna go for the no. Whoop. Back it off. So looks like we're ending this this run with the rotten groove spear, which is interesting. Finish! Big finish! Yeah. I think that's everything, right? We've beaten all the bosses. Beat the 2 in Ariandel, beat the 4 in Ring City. I think we've done everything. Minus a few optional bosses, like mini boss type things. Okay. It's not too late. Well, it was very nice chatting with you, Xbit. I appreciate your candidness. I want this to be a place where we can talk about even tough subjects in a sort of a safe environment. We're not going to agree on everything, and that's okay, right? And it's actually, we were reading about that, the views of the Puritans and how it had an impact on the Western civilization. Well, that's part of the thing. Agree to disagree is actually a Judeo-Christian value. There is a certain degree where certain point where we can agree to disagree on some things, and so, yeah, thanks for hanging out. And like I said, check out my Twitter. The link I believe is in the panel, like at the very bottom of my page, I think. And if you want to know more about the kind of people that I study and stuff, yeah, my Twitter's right there. Oh no, I have to update it. Hang on. I'm doing it right now. It's my old, I believe that's my old link. There you go. Yeah. I usually post stuff. I tweet stuff. I reply stuff. Yeah. Oh! Ah, no. Great Padinsky, I just finished the run. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for the raid. Oh, I'm sorry. You just missed the final boss fight, like, 2 minutes ago. Thank you, Great Padinsky, for the raid. I appreciate it. Yeah, guys, give a... Hang on a second. Do I have this as do I have that ready to go? Oh, hang on. Look, that's the command here. Everyone check out... There it is. It's SO. I did it wrong. Oh. There you go. Elder Scrolls Online? Really? I got Great Padinsky. He's a good guy. Plays a lot of RPGs as well, so we have that in common. And just I'm playing tonight. Fun game so far. Really? Okay, I have to tune in when I get a chance next time. He's a pretty chill guy. I like his streams. So thank you everyone for joining me. I think next stream, which will be on Tuesday, we'll probably do a scavenger run, the use what you see run, probably in Dark Souls 2, and see how that works. I don't know how it's gonna work. It'll be fun to figure out how we're gonna do that. That's part of the fun of these kinds of runs, though. Thank you everyone. I think I'm assuming it's just me. Oh, Pinsky is still. Okay, everyone. You know what we're gonna do? This will be fun. You guys are from Pinsky, right? A lot of you guys. Here's what we're gonna do. Let's go over and raid someone else. Right? Let's do this. This will be good. Raid, unless someone not streaming. Oh, they definitely are. Let's stream. Let's raid. Yeah. Raid train. FC Racers. He's playing Destiny 2, so that's also RPG like. Let's start at that raid. Yeah. Good. Yes. I like this. All right, guys. See you on Tuesday. Also, I actually just remember now. I'm actually going to be doing a co-stream with Aridin, who is one of my moderators in the chat. So you can go check that out on his channel. I'll also be hosting it on my channel. All right, guys. I'll see you over there with FC Racers. Take care.